You will never point a gun at me again. You sad, pathetic little man.
As I may have mentioned in my tiny outburst last night.
What are you keeping from me?
This place is scary. We've got to stick together, okay? Like we were before we came to these rooms.
That's what I'm saying.
Why don't we go and have a look at these nesting rooms that we've heard so much about?
Is that the plan?
Well, the intention was to come look for eggs, was it not?
That's right.
Maybe like take an egg? No, I'm joking.
You are walking into Helmore. You see a couple of red dragons.
Be careful of Nez. I know you two are close, but you should not trust him.
No, of course we wouldn't take an egg. We wouldn't go taking an egg.
Be careful.
Careful with my middle name.
It's not. You actually gave us.
I've got a really long.
Got a
lot of middle names.
It's actually a third cartel I'm part of.
The
Carefultons.
You poke your head into this Helmore abode here, and you realise it seems like it's a. I was going to say nest, but that would give you the wrong impression. Not a nest that you would put eggs in, like it's just a sleeping room, essentially, a bedroom of sorts. Definitely no eggs in here, but as you look around, you see that there are a couple of shed scales.
Ooh.
Nez's eyes glow. And he looks around everyone and goes, "Can I?"
I don't know if they would notice.
They're shed scales. They don't need them, right?
Yeah. Like
Who was looking? The
like
blade songs
skin
are looking for
flake.
scales, and he just gets and puts them into his bag of holding.
take all of the red dragon scales that you can. He's a good.
You gave up your bag of holding.
Oh, that's right. You've got it. Hey, put these in your bag, so it's
A huge stench of dead body. Sorry.
Sorry.
Heading back out, you do see that there is, as I say, like a rocky ledge that's harder to get to, but there's another room over there.
Do we go to it?
yeah, might as well. It's gonna be
How
quite
you
difficult
getting
to
up?
get
It's
Can we just, like,
big old ledge. You can
drop down there?
you can try and make an acrobatics here and jump down if you wanted. It'd be a bit
Acrobatics
dangerous.
check.
All right, those go in and make an acrobatics check.
15 plus 4 is 19.
Yeah, shows how it's done, nice and easy.
Talia, give me a
Slides
hand.
down
I need
there.
advantage.
Comes back down here with advantage because she's going to try and catch you.
10 and 1, so 10 plus
Acrobatics.
2.
She just.
Minus 2, so I'd fall into her arms.
Acrobatics? Not athletics.
Oh, acrobatics plus 2. I guess
just
12.
have my arms
Yeah.
out like this.
12 is enough that you land down and and she grabs your arm and
Steady
pulls it
now.
back up again.
Thank you, Talia.
Anybody else?
Next.
I'll hang back.
Rise.
Yeah, I think I'm gonna hand back.
Okay.
I don't think Rez likes this. He's just like, this is.
Just kind of
We are pushing things
Standing,
here.
watching.
We'll be back in a second.
Sure enough, as you head up there, you can see that there is a nest in there with a red dragon egg, single solitary red dragon egg.
And Nez's eyes widen and his heart rate starts pulsing. He knows this is bad, but he's...
Naz,
He's addicted.
Talia.
I don't think we should take this.
Why not? That's what we came here for.
We're still mind melded, by the way.
Oh, yeah, good.
I guess we're talking out loud, though.
I send
what
a
I'm
very
saying.
clear vision of the egg straight
To the
to you
others.
guys so
And I
that you guys
just
can see
go,
it.
and I just mind meld and I just say, Nez, do not touch that egg.
I know, Raz, I'm not an idiot. We need to find the parents first. Oh my God, Talia, look. An egg. Oh, can I get it?
No.
I'm gonna get
Naz,
it. Oh my
Naz.
God. Oh, I want to touch it. Oh, just let me
Naz.
touch it. Oh,
Don't touch that.
oh, guys.
Don't
oh
touch
God, I
that.
want to take it, Talia. I want to take
No,
it.
don't take it.
I'm right here.
We're in the
There's
middle-
no one around. No one's gonna know.
We're in the middle of a nest, Naz. You can't take that.
Oh God, please, please let me have it. I just want it,
No.
please.
Don't.
I could make so much money, Talia.
Don't.
Think about the money. Kill them, then come back and take the egg. He doesn't say that second part. He thinks that second part.
Well, I mean, Rez is. I know.
He knows what you're thinking.
I know, Raz. We can't just go taking eggs, but it's good to know they're here.
Yeah.
We're just looking. We should back out of here.
Yeah.
Okay, you back
Is
on
it
back
literally
out
just
of there.
one?
Just the one.
You haven't told Nez about your dream, have you?
No.
Do you recognize this the room that...
You do actually recognize that this is the room that you were in when you saw that dual dream of you stealing an egg.
Oh, so they pushed open this door.
Seems like, well, not this door. You look across the wall and you see that built into the rock face here, the back wall that's sort of built into the rock face. That wall looks perfectly intact like everything else, but you know from your dream there is a secret wall there. She would recognize it, and obviously she doesn't share anything with Naz. I don't think. This is no offense. I think she just sort of takes it. She takes that in. Does she notice any? Is there any clue here as to who it might have been, or who might have taken it?
Yeah.
The wall is the wall is small enough that it would have had to have been a humanoid, but you knew that anyway from your dream because you could tell that you were a dragonborn from when you were grabbing it. But there's no if you want to head over to the wall and investigate it, you can.
Yeah, well, I mean, in the dream when you said that initially the door pushed open, I do think it was the doctor that took it because the hand that we saw
was reminiscent of
his. So there's got to be a way in to where we were from that door then. Interesting. I don't think I would go through it right now, but she just recognizes that door, recognizes it's where the person came through. Maybe sends that to Raz. I mean, you see it through her. Yeah. She doesn't say anything.
Okay. What do you do then?
How many scales did I get from the other room, by the way?
You'd get about, let's say, 5 pounds of scales.
One scale?
Yeah, just a single 5 pound scale. Let's say 3 scales, which combined make about 5 pounds of scales.
Any shared scales in here?
No, there wouldn't be. No.
Okay.
I think we should leave.
That's a good idea.
Yeah, it's really hot in here.
You, having clocked the situation, having looked around, you leave. You're like,
What did you see?
Uppy.
Grab my big, scary yellow and pull them up.
Yeah, between you all, it's getting relatively hot at this point. I'm going to say you take a point of fire damage because of your armor. So you are now starting to get to the point where it's like, whoo, we've been here too long.
You're smoking.
What did you guys see in there? Oh no, you would have telepathically.
Yeah.
Never mind.
Oh, I dropped something back in that room. I better go back.
No.
Someone grabs his backpack.
Yeah.
Okay, god damn it.
Heading on back out then, you making your way back out of the Helmore area. You going into any of the others to look for if there's eggs in those, or are you heading to the common room? Are you going to the Grand Hall to see the
I
masquerades?
speak up and I go, I think it's time we find out where this ball is.
Okay.
Good idea, Raz.
So heading out from the Helmore suburb, as it were. As you're heading out, can I have a perception check from each of you, please?
19.
15.
22.
Whoa, 20.
I always roll well on my,
Pretty good rolls.
on my perception.
All
Helps
right.
the +9, but still.
Now, with your collective mind meld, do you think that anything that any of you are hearing is getting automatically translated to each of you, or is he still having to do the Draconic translations? Like if he's hearing something in Draconic while you're all mind melded telepathically, do you all hear it, do you reckon, or do you not?
I reckon he hears it and says it to us.
We have been treating it. We have been treating it as though it's like you have a mind meld connection, but you can choose to like do DMs and stuff.
Yeah.
So I feel like
I think it can be private.
So even with high perceptions, you do hear that you overhear some Draconic, but you're the only one to actually understand it. You overhear 2 dragons talking, a feminine voice, and what sounds like the one that you just met as Ervidian. And the feminine voice is saying something along the lines of, "Do you think it takes all night, or like how long will we know before they've blessed the egg?" And Ervidian responds, "How would I know?" He says her name, Krialan. "How would I know, Krialan? I would imagine that maybe what if that's the egg that gets sacrificed? Well, then what would be the point of bringing an egg to sacrifice? I wouldn't have an egg left to be blessed. Well, maybe they sacrifice and then they bring it back when it's blessed. I don't know how the ancient ancestors work, okay? We do what we're told. Leave the egg there, and if it's there in the morning, we'll take it home with us.
I do not pass that on.
No, I figured this is why I was very clear about it. Do we understand it?
No, I'm not telling him shit. So just to summarize, they're
Oh,
talking
they're the
about-
parents? Let's go kill them.
So they are talking about some ritual. What was the? Did you say
the
ancients?
The ancient ancestors. They seem to, from that brief interaction, they seem to have some sort of belief that they were to bring their egg here to be blessed in some capacity.
Yeah, right.
If you remember from the
Yeah.
power of the ancients and all this. And they also mentioned sacrifice, that some eggs are meant to be sacrificed so that the ancients can bless the eggs.
Right.
And they are prepared for the eventuality that this egg potentially is sacrificed in order to bless future eggs or something.
I think I'm starting to piece it together.
Okay. So making your way back out into the more communal area and upwards towards where the grand hall is, you start to pass other dragons as well. There actually are a couple of hybrids, so there'd be a couple of dragons not too dissimilar to Ixuba. It's not Ixuba, but similar to.
Look at all these dragons, aka Owens.
Like Owen. That one's
Hello, Owen.
Owen.
Definitely Owen.
Definitely.
Not everything is Owen, okay?
Look at this one. Hey, Owen!
That's Owen.
He looked.
Eggs.
He looked. That's Owen.
I think I would know Owen because Owen and I share such a strong connection.
You got eggs?
There would also be, you notice, a few undead dragon wandering the area. Genuinely undead dragons. They are black in scale, and you can tell. Here's another cool undead one that I've got. There's a couple of undead black dragons in the areas.
Wicked.
For the sake of expediency, you do get interactions of like, who the f*** are you guys? And then like, we've got an we're meant to be here. And they're like, there's quite a range of acceptance to not feeling comfortable with having humans present at their ball sort of thing.
And also, interestingly, like, because originally the High City was just for pure blood dragons, right? But there's lots of hybrids going around. Mm-hmm. Interesting.
Lots of, you see some hybrids around, and you see undead black dragons and things that you would from what you've picked up about Stormscar. It's probably times have changed for whatever reason, and dragons of all kinds are using the High City.
Okay.
It doesn't take you long to find the.
So those particularly enamored by.
Yeah, I mentioned. Yeah, you're sort of trying to pick up medical anatomy of like how are they beating wings with no ligaments and magic. You find your way to the actual grand hall, and as you enter, you've never seen a hall so monumentally large. The ceiling, you figure, must be held aloft by magic for it to not collapse on the floor 150 feet below. You can also tell the conical nature of the ceiling means that you are in the very peak of the entire mountain at this point. The stone walls on the opposite side are 1,000 feet away or more and draped in long, beautifully crafted but poorly maintained tapestries. It seems like the tapestries themselves were, as the rest of this mountain was, long since abandoned and kind of started to erode. And then in the 20 or so years since, 18 years since Tyrellian's massacre, when dragons started to come back, and now they've started to try and maintain them again, but some of the damage has been done. You can see that the hall has well over a dozen entrances and exit tunnels into it, spaced quite equidistant around the outside.
Thank you, I know what that means.
Each of the tunnels into it seem to be part of the recent renovations that you've been piecing together as happening with the blueprint book and finding the tools and stuff. You notice that the tunnel entrance that you enter into has very fresh stonework around it. Seems like it's been renovated recently. Each tunnel is well considered for its placement so that it amplifies the access to each of the respective nearby living quarters for the clans so that they don't have to go through one to get to another, because that would be very offensive to the one that they're inconveniencing. And the hall has 3 huge bars, like drinks bars, spaced equidistant around the walls, and then a huge treated wooden dance floor in the center.
Say the last thing.
Huge treated wooden dance floor in the center.
Could go long.
There's a stage to hold a small orchestra that you can see setting up, and they seem to be dragonborns.
Orchestra?
Yeah, there seem to be dragonborn that are actually setting up the instruments, but there is a small orchestra on the stage. And there's many beautifully dressed tables and chairs in the remaining spaces of the hall. All of the tables and chairs seem to be human-sized.
Is the bar human-sized as well?
It is, yes. And then finally, the hall is lit by floating drift globes. Small magical things. They're relatively common items, but they're magical orbs that just light up and just kind of hang in space. Beautiful. It makes it look like they are a swarm of giant fireflies caught in a time stop.
Wow.
You can see in the center of this hall, there's a few dragonborn servants and things walking around, quite a few people in masks already. You see that these servants are all wearing matching Technicolor suits.
Technical suits?
Technicolor.
Oh, Technicolor.
Chosen from the Technicolor Dreamcoats. They're all chosen. Technicolor suits, yes. Like the iridescent quality of an oil slick or something, but it looks really nice on them. It looks like just a regular dark suit, but as you move around it, kind of like one of those beautifully wrapped cars where it looks almost like a purplish from one side and it's more of a greenish blue from another.
Harlequin paint.
Harlequin paint, is that
what it's called?
There you go.
Sure, yeah.
So they've got suits like Harlequin paint or iridescent oil slick sort of colour suits, and each of them is wearing a plain, mostly featureless dragon mask. Oh. It's enough to tell that it's got like this draconic snout and draconic brow line and stuff, but it's missing anything that would distinguish it as one clan or another. There's a couple of dozen of them wandering around, moving chairs and tables and stuff, and you see that they are being conducted in their movements by a man in the center of the room talking to the band about where to set up. He is wearing a flowing-tailed, like a long-tailed tuxedo of a dark violet color. Ooh. Almost seems velvet in its texture. And he's wearing a matching three-quarters mask, a dark violet colored mask of mostly featureless face, and you can just about see his chin moving as he's talking, but otherwise it's right down to over his top jaw.
He's the Phantom of the Opera.
Yeah. And as you're approaching, you can hear him speaking very well in a very upper-class English accent.
In common?
In common, yes. You can tell that he's presenting as male, and he's tall and very confident, and from his build you can tell he's very strong as well. Just a little more to the left, if you wouldn't mind. A little more... No.
It's not symmetrical. Do you have eyes? Goodness, sir.
Hello, how's it going? The name's Naz. Naz Grimracket.
Oh, non-dragons.
How you doing?
Yes, you must be the people that Owen begged me to invite.
Oh, well. Well, no, of course, he would have, he wants us here. Everyone wants us here.
Owen wanted you here, yes. He got on his knees and begged me to invite you.
Tell me.
Yes.
Tell me more.
I didn't want you here, but he
Well, no, you want us
pleaded.
here. We big, important people, ain't we?
Well,
was he crying?
you're not big nor important.
What time's the whole shindig start?
Very soon. Sooner than I'd like. We're not quite ready. About an hour or so, I think we'll be kicking off. It's a soft open. We'll be beginning with people entering, mingling.
They're changing rooms somewhere?
Yes, of course. Take your pick of wherever you happen to be. There's, of course, not being one of the clan, you're not exactly restricted to being in the areas the clans would be. So anywhere that takes your fancy.
We don't have rooms assigned.
Not in the corner?
Well, if you wish to change in the corner, you can.
Oh no, that's what I assumed he was saying.
No, anywhere that you can head into any of the clans that is more comfortable. I assume probably the Helmore clan would be a little too warm for. Goodness, that is quite a lot. Is that what you're going to be wearing at the ball? Is that?
Yes.
Right, quite the mask. Impressive.
I take out my actual mask, which is a skull, and I just put it on the top of the helm, which just makes it even scarier.
And also harder to see through.
Yeah.
She trips and falls.
Yeah, well, the Helmore probably a little too warm. I'd say the Ice Claw would be similar. If you're comfortable in forests, the Rotfang is rather lush. You could probably find housing there that you could change in. I would not recommend, for your purposes, going to the Blackworm clan.
Why is that?
It's a little bleak. It's how they like it. The Gilded clan or the Rotfang would probably be your best bets, or feel free to find an area of privacy, suitable privacy in the communal areas.
Sorry, what was your name?
Mam Kelly. I'm so sorry. What a terrible host. I'm Mam Kelly. I'm the one who organised the ball. I am in charge of all of this.
What's the purpose of the ball, by the way? We got invited, but we don't even know.
It's a celebration. This is the first time that we've had a ball of this caliber, or any caliber, event of any sort in 30 years here. And I figured it was
overdue.
What are you celebrating?
We're celebrating the survival of the massacre of nearly 20 years since. Survival of those not unfortunate enough to be encountered by Tyrellian.
And forgive me, you are human?
No, my dear. I am one of the dragon.
What clan are you?
Ah, you see, therein lies the rub. You see, that is the one rule of tonight's ball, and hence why I made it a masquerade ball in the first place. The one rule is you are not allowed to offer your clan affiliation nor ask another's. The entire purpose of why I have created it this way is to try and show unity among the dragons, to try and show that we have more in common with one another than difference. If you cannot tell from merely conversation with someone that they are from a different clan entirely, are there really that many differences between us? It's about getting to know each other.
We noticed out in the city there's a couple of hybrids as well.
Yes, rather. They're welcome to come tonight as well. One of the reasons for the masquerade is to ensure that they are welcome among us.
I have come from a place where balls are very common.
Oh, is that so?
Will it work the same as it does from my homeland, which is that we will be announced?
You will be announced, but it would undermine the need of the anonymity of a masquerade ball if your names were to be announced. I'm happy to make introductions now, however.
How do you mean?
Your names?
My name is Rasmorn.
Rasmon. Oh, that's a draconic name.
Correct.
Naz Grimracket.
Naz Grimracket. From the Lonan Islands.
Yeah.
The Grimrackets. Yes, I am familiar. I haven't been there in a long time.
Talia Vex.
Talia Vex. A pleasure.
Soot.
Soot? What a fitting name for such an appearance.
I just grab it and go.
So you know Owen?
I know Owen, yes. I wouldn't say extremely familiar, but I enjoy his company.
And what
you
clan,
will tell me.
And what clan is Owen from?
Naz, please.
We're not.
Shut the up.
Owen is human. I have known him for a little time. I prefer his company to his acquaintance.
He's human.
Sorry, just one quick question. What clan was Owen from again?
Good question.
Owen's not from a clan, he's human.
Oh, okay.
Of course,
no,
of course. Yeah,
I
but
get
if
it.
he was to be from a dragon clan, like what clan would he be from?
Well, dragon clans don't accept non-dragons.
Yeah, no, I know.
You and Owen will be the only non-dragons at the party.
Oh, interesting. But like, if he was like, say, a few thousand years old, like, what dragon clan would he be associated with?
I don't know how to answer that because he's not. He's a human.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, no, we understand. But if Owen's out
Do you
here,
think this is going to catch me out?
Ladies and gentlemen, our mystery packs are no longer a mystery. If you want to get one of these super dope keychains, you can buy exactly the one you want out of Greg, Baradoon, Balin, Willow, Eugene, and Bodger. And now there's also a chance, to keep it interesting, that you'll get the super secret rare character included inside the box, which means you'll get 2 keychains in your order. And if you buy the entire box, you'll get all 6 characters guaranteed and 100% chance to get the super secret rare character as well. So go to vldl.shop and grab yourselves a super cool little keychain right now. They're super cute. Go grab one now. Now back to the game.
Yes.
Raz, you just told me.
He gives a good old wink that you can see through his mask.
Yeah. Is Owen here? Do you know where he is?
I have not seen him arrive yet, but I do hope he comes. If you do see him, please do tell him to come and see me.
Who is his acquaintance?
The slaughterer of our folk, Tyrellian.
Oh, he's invited?
No, goodness.
Oh,
no.
God.
No, I was saying that Owen, I prefer his company to his acquaintance, Tyrellian.
Right. Okay, well, thank you, Mum Kelly. Thank you for the warm
You're
welcome.
very welcome. Please make yourself at home. There are drinks will be served at the bar when we actually begin the masquerade. As I say, we'll be continuing in a more soft, open fashion as people are arriving, and then once we feel like most of the people we're expecting have arrived, we'll begin actual festivities.
Which are?
There are many things planned for the night. Yes, I know. I'm sorry. I'll be with you in just one moment. I really must. You must forgive me. I must get back to things.
Deep bow.
Yes, a little, wonderful, yes, a little higher on the back.
So we want to go to like the guild to get changed.
Rock thing.
The little forest.
The forest. Would be cute.
Yes, forest is always good.
Forest is good, and rock thing.
I don't think it's going to be the kind of forest you guys are thinking of, but let's go in.
The rock thing, they're so weird.
As you start to make your way across the hall, you hear you've made your way quite a distance because you've noticed which direction to go to the rock fang. Quite a distance across, you're passing people as they're setting up tables and things. You hear him shout, actually, just one moment. And he's sort of half jogging to catch up with you. And he says, I would be remiss if I didn't mention, and I apologize in advance for lowering the tone of the anticipation of tonight's proceedings. I fear I must impress upon you the importance of your appropriate conduct tonight, and far be it from me to assume you would not be acting appropriately, but a lot more than our mutual friend Owen's reputation is at stake. Much to my chagrin, many of my kind can be rather intolerant of others.
I'm fighting the urge to eat you all.
Even of their own kin, so having non-dragons in attendance, I'll say you may experience a slight modicum of the sort of behaviours that, while accumulated over many millennia, drove Master Torellian to do what he did. Not that I'm excusing his behaviour, I don't presume to make assumptions on where your opinions fall in regard to the events of 19 years ago.
Sorry, are you asking us a question?
There wasn't a question in that.
Well, I don't know your affiliations with non-dragons. Often see what Torellian did as a good thing or a just thing.
To be clear, I am Drasimar, so I have dragon in me, and let's say this, I am neither one way nor the other with Torellian. I don't know enough.
Right.
And I think it's wonderful dragons are back.
Right, yes, of course. Well, regardless, impressing the other guests tonight will do wonders for the diplomatic relations between our peoples. And I hope that you do not encounter any hostilities.
Of course. Thank you, Mum Kelly. You can trust us. We will be on our best behavior, he says directly to Naz.
Everybody looks at Naz.
Three faces, just do that.
One of the servants comes up and taps him. Yes, sorry. Oh, yes, sorry.
A lot of my friends are dragons.
Enjoy yourselves. And he turns off to go and deal with something with the table setups. You make your way back out
There's the short story there, don't mention to anyone. It was cool when Torellian killed Droll.
Well, not necessarily. He was like, you got the impression, even without insight rolls, you just got the impression that he was he set up a rhetorical sort of, not even a question, just a rhetorical statement about, I don't know how you feel about what Torellian did, as a way of gauging, how do you feel about it? Like Torellian killed a bunch of dragons, particularly the pure dragons, and he was also hinting that the pure dragon's treatment of him as a hybrid, because he was half black, half red. He was hinting that for many centuries, many millennia even, they treated him so poorly that is
the cause of that.
What made him snap and kill them all. And he was like, do you feel like that was just? Is it okay to kill them all because they've treated him poorly or not? And he was just kind of gauging where you sit on it.
Yeah, I suppose even amongst dragons, there's probably some pretty varied opinion, right?
Yeah,
like,
there'd be some hybrids who are like,
it's like,
yeah, Torellian, do it again.
Yeah,
and
essentially,
there'd be
some people are like, they're fucking Nazis, kill them.
Exactly.
And other people are like, yeah, but they're still dragons.
Yeah, but they
they're
were,
kind of genocided.
and also there'd be some people who were like, yeah, they were like the ones in charge were Nazis, and Torellian did a good job killing them. But then he went too far and killed like the innocents as well. Like he deliberately went all the way to the Dead Frost and killed dragons that he'd never had any interaction with, assuming that because they were pure blood, pure blue blood. All of that stuff. So yeah, among the surviving dragons, a lot of people would have different dissenting opinions, and that's kind of what he was gauging. He was like, I don't know how you feel about it, but be careful when you're talking.
I'm sure he's also like, we're all going to be in human form, but we're dragons.
We're also dragons. So
watch yourselves.
Watch what you say, yeah. So you head off into the Rotfang area of the High City to find somewhere that you can change and prepare for the beginning of the festivities. The Rotfang area is a dense jungle-like forest, given that is their preferred terrain. But you immediately feel a little bit on edge, uneasy when you're in there because it feels corrupted. It feels like a a sickly sort of moss swampy kind of a forest.
I don't think it's gonna be a beautiful forest. Going by the name Rotfang.
Oh, okay. It's different than I kind of thought it would be.
But different is good?
Yes.
Yeah, it's a literal fucking bog.
Oh, I mean, look, it's got some lovely mist coming off the water there.
Oh, it smells horrible.
Yeah, I mean, I would say it's a sort of a different scent, sort of a...
What is that?
Like shit.
With elements of, if you stay here too long, there's probably going to be bugs that have grown up here that will infect you with some sort of disease or poison or malaria or whatever. You know especially, you probably all do at this point, that the Rotfangs, that's what they specialize in. They studied life magic, but like the perversions of life, and they tested the boundaries of like what you can do to a person before their body gives in.
I would have been studying that. What's that? There's a particular fungus that happens to not cockroaches, praying mantis. Was it praying mantis?
There's a few different ones. There's ones that happen to ants as well. There's ones that
kill
happen
them
to
and
cats.
take over their body.
What, cordyceps?
Oh, and I've got insects crawling all over me. Get off. Get off, you little... Ow! Ow! Just got bit.
Oh, it's cordyceps.
Cordyceps.
Oh, great.
Oh, no.
Now we're gonna lose them.
Oh, no.
Oh.
Those sorts of fungi, the green dragons, the Rotfang, were definitely studying those and like the limitations of it and creating essentially zombies, but without necromancy, with like fungus zombies. Very Last of Us.
I'm turning into a clicker from The Last of Us. Oh, no!
I don't think we have the copyright for
Better
that.
not make any noise.
Oh, look, it's
I'm sure we'll get around it.
it's a little snake.
Wow.
Oh, and it ate that little boy.
Oh, cute.
Okay. Ah!
So, and I feel less inclined to be like at risk here because of the hex blood and the necrotic experiences and
Possible.
stuff.
The necrotic specifically would be more Blackworm clan, because that is
Gotcha.
like the like something that has died and then been risen or has been puppeted.
Using shadow magic.
So they are very. There's like definite Venn diagram overlap of the Rotfang and the Blackworm in terms of like necrotic, but this is shadow magic that raises things from the dead, and Rotfang is like manipulating life in order to puppet them in while they're still technically living.
Yeah, interesting.
As we enter, because again, I very much get this vibe, and I know this from the Rotfangs, I just say to everyone, be careful what you touch. This is...
You look around and Nez eating a mushroom.
Open up my mushroom table from the previous campaign, find the one.
Wary of bugs, creatures, fungus. Just be
I think
careful.
Ned's grossed out. He's not touching anything. Yeah, no, it's a good idea.
Let's get changed and get out of here. All right, so you.
That's why I wanted to go to the Gilded Clan.
So you start to get changed into your appropriate outfits, which looks exactly the same as the one you were wearing.
Mine is...
Remind me what you were all wearing again.
So I'm gonna wear I'm like a black sort of steampunk Victorian dress.
Right. Yeah.
And my mask, obviously. And
your
then
mask was what again?
it's like a feather, white and black
yes,
feathered
like a magpie.
mask.
Yeah.
And she's going to wear very sensible shoes underneath. And also pants underneath. And the skirt
This is Brett coming through, isn't it?
and the skirt is one of those ones that you could probably just be like, and it's like pants. Tearaway pants, yeah.
Love
so
it.
in case you need to run in.
Nez is...
Thank you, costume department.
Nez is in a full, like, real fancy pinstripe suit and tails.
Nice. Yes. Very good. Still with the top hat and the
Still
goggles.
with the exact same top hat. He has not changed that. And then the mask is the Joker mask that he got
Yes,
with the
that's
big
right.
wide print on it.
Yeah. Cool.
Princess Borga.
I'm in two.
Princess
up to you.
It's like
Reveal,
princess,
reveal,
full
reveal.
princess gown, but then I have none of my armor or anything really. Do you think
We're going to get into a fight?
No. Do you think I got a sense from the guy?
Put
when
your
we were
armor
chatting?
into the bag of holding. And then
Oh, yeah. How long does it take to get armor on?
Your armor, probably
A while.
normally about 10 minutes. Your armor would take about 20.
I guess,
and you'd have to roll dex saves to not injure yourself on it as you're putting it on.
Did I get a sense from Mem Kelly when he was talking about like it being a ball? Do I have a sense that if I wore my just full armor that I would draw a full blown attention to myself, or would I be? Am I expected to wear like?
Make a post hoc insights check.
17. 17.
You gathered the impression that he was taken aback that you were wearing what you were wearing to the ball, but that he didn't immediately tell you not to. And you feel like that guy, if you were going to outright break a rule, he felt like the type of guy who would have told you, I'm afraid that's not allowed. So you got with the 17, you got the impression that he would be like, yeah, people would. You would turn heads, and people would be like, "Oh, it's definitely a choice," but it wouldn't necessarily make people go, "She shouldn't be allowed to wear that."
Yeah, I think.
I don't know if it
Slow walk
helps
down
or
the steps.
whatever.
Reveal.
Yeah, I don't know if it helps or whatever, but Rasmorn is still wearing his normal shit. He just puts his white mask on.
Oh, nice.
Ball cow.
All right, let's do it. Well, I reckon then, for fun, for flavour, not for anything smart. And I know so many people will be like, "What the f is she doing?" But I think it's princess. It's like medieval style. Like she comes out hair braided like back, but she's just got this like one skeleton mask on.
I love that you're in a princess ball gown with a skeleton mask. That's even better.
Taken off her glasses.
Oh my god,
Putting the hair down, and suddenly she's beautiful.
Maybe like what colour is? I mean, maybe let's go purple. This is like kind of purpley and detailed.
Love it.
And long golden hair flowing down, and she's going to take her flail and her ball and just the helm and put them in the bag of holding.
Love it.
Not like, well, the armour as well.
Love this. Looking forward to seeing it. And
Don't worry, Nazzle get a little Iron Man thing for you.
Yeah.
And the mask for you was a skull, like a non-humanoid skull. Did we say?
Yeah, I think so. Yeah, like a kind of koboldy
kind
thing,
of a
like
skull.
kind of large, greying, cracked.
Slightly, almost like the vaguely draconic masks that the servants are wearing.
Yes, this is just the small 17-year-old.
And yours was just like a like an oval, featureless.
Yeah, featureless, like white porcelain mask, just with eye holes.
Yeah, I love that.
And yeah, he's
otherwise dressed
like,
exactly
fuck
the
a
same.
ball. I don't give a shit. Like, I'm wearing what I'm wearing.
Yeah, love that. I love that. All right, so you make your way back to the ball after having changed. It's taken the best part of the hour to get out of your armor, to get back into your ball gown.
The princess ball.
Oh, she just had it with it.
It's like, I'm so edgy, but also.
She ran with it, maybe. Maybe that was the day she gave.
Yeah.
What she was wearing.
Naz comes over to Raz and just goes, "You're looking good," but like kind of like takes a few twigs and
just grab his wrists and I.
Okay. You're looking fantastic, Raz.
As you head back into the ball, you see a gent that was not there before. You enter in through one of the side entrances. You see, I'll say just one of the servants just kind of directs you and says, "If you're here for the if you're here to what's he saying? If you're here to actually stay, if this is your official entry into the ball, if you'd like to go around the longer way, come in through the main entrance, the jester will announce you."
Cool.
You do so. You head back out of the hall a little bit, the circuitous route, and sure enough, as you are entering into the main hall, it kind of slips in like the slipstreams of a larger river, the tributaries. You see a couple more people arriving, very humanoid in appearance, dressed in various different outfits, very ball gown-esque, with different masks on of various shapes and sizes. You join into that crowd and filter in as well. Little by little, in like a sort of stop-start queue fashion, they're getting to the front. They're giving their actual names to the guy in the front door to check that they're invited, and then once they do, they move on forwards, and you hear from out of sight, announcing the arrival of a new guest to the party, and then announcing the arrival of 3 new guests to the party. Eventually, it's your turn. You walk in and you see a court jester who introduces himself. "Hi, I'm Slappy Jack." Hi, my name's Slappy Jack. He's wearing this elaborate outfit. He's wearing this jester's golden mask. It kind of looks like just a half mask, and then you realise as he's talking that it's a mask on top of another mask. He's like got a golden face mask that's the full thing, and then a mask that's this on top of it, and then a jester's hat over that.
For anyone who doesn't know, Slappy Jack was Brinley's
alternate character. She came to the session 0 of like, I want to play either Celine or Slappy Jack, and we
Tustin.
And if you want to see the Session Zero, it's on Google Plus.
Go check it out. It's a good one.
Yeah, maybe one day.
Link in the description.
He's got two puppets called Slappy and Jack.
He says, can I get your names to check on the list here?
Rosemorn.
Right.
I lean over and go, Celine Blackmore.
Okay.
Very
sorry,
quiet.
are you? Which is the? Oh no, yes, there you are. Celine and.
Magpie.
Right, you are.
No, what did it say?
Did it say
Talia.
Talia? Yeah, I guess she would.
I
just
said
have to say it.
Resmorn and Celine, yeah. It had all of our real names.
As you
Naz Grimrank.
hand him the invite.
There you are. You check them all off. Announcing 4 new guests to the ball.
You walk into the ball.
Wow, this is a beautiful ball.
Yeah, it's gorgeous.
Holy shit.
Oh, I have just noticed that you brought your flail.
Yeah. I figured they wouldn't notice because I'm so well disguised in every other way.
I think they will definitely notice.
Why the are we here? Like, what is happening? Why did Owen invite us? Where is Owen? What's got what?
The entire purpose of us being here was to gather information, and you two look miserable.
This is painful.
What can I get for you? Give me something magical.
Blair bartending. He opens the top of the shaker and this lightning bolt goes. Slides it across to you.
We have to make our way to the dance floor now.
He f***ing hates this.
Say that the Gilded Clan are the only ones that can stay in their shape indefinitely. Dragon form.
Like
So now that it's not random and you know exactly what keychain you can get, you can go to vldl.shop and get Baradun. Or Eugene, obviously. Because, you know, those are the best ones. You're definitely going to get Baradun or Eugene. And you can go right there and you can just choose now. Over there, vldl.shop. Enjoy. Or to get all 6, I guess. It's up to you. Over there.